99.3 Nigeria Info. You're still on to the sunny side Lagos, and I'm here to give you a few gists, okay? So, you heard me talking about the Rufai Summer Sports Camp. Well, they are back. Yes, it is not ended, okay? So, you're welcome back to Peter Rufai Summer Sports Camp, and it continues, and now it's bigger and better, all right? It's been an incredible summer so far, and they're excited to keep the momentum going. Okay, so do not miss out on this perfect opportunity for your kids to discover and nurture their innate talent in the game of football. Okay, so if you kids love football, if you love football, then yes, this is your preferred summer program, and it promises to be an unforgettable experience filled with inspiration, excitement, and endless possibilities that will boost your kids and make them stand out from the crowd. So you can go now and register today. Enjoy the drills, skills, and thrills with the true legends of game himself, Dodo Mayana, and other experienced coaches. And yes, as I said earlier, parents are not left out. That's the best part. So come on, let's come and create beautiful memories together. It's going to be fun at the Peter Rufai Summer Sports Camp happening at Amuwo Odofi chapter. It starts on Monday, okay? That's Monday the 19th of August to Saturday the 31st of August 2024 at Darius Turf and City Pride School, Amuwo Odofi, Festac side, Lagos. So people in Festac, come out. It's happening on Monday the 19th of August to Saturday the 31st of August 2024 at Darius Turf and City Pride School, Amuwo Odofi, Festac side, Lagos. Now registration is open to boys and girls between the ages of 3 and 17. Okay, so if you want more, just you want to find out any questions, you have questions, you want to place a sponsorship, you can contact them on the numbers 0810 058 0744, 0810 058 0744, or call the number 0806 498 8993, 0806 498 8993, or you can write them an email at starroofofficial@gmail.com, or send them a WhatsApp message on 0811 230 1652. Send them a WhatsApp message on 0811 230 1652, or send them an email. Okay, so your child's well-being and safety is their utmost priority, so there's really nothing to worry about. It's the Peter Rufai Summer Camp Season 8, and it's back, is bigger and better. It was powered by Star Roof Sports Development and supported by Cool FM, Nigeria Info FM, and Wazobia FM.
All right, so 99.3 Nigeria Info. I hope you got the first one, which I've shared with you, for the fibroid treatment. If you're considering any home remedies, please remember, I don't know what your body size is, and usually medications usually when medications are prescribed, the body size is usually taken into consideration. So I'd ask that anything that you are doing, even your food, you don't know what you're reacting to. So make sure you just start little, and then from there you graduate. Okay? You read your body, you see how your body responds. So the Itagiri, 4 to 5 pieces, Pandoro, 2 pieces, Negro pepper, you boil them, you drink morning, afternoon, and night. That's for that. And then the other one, he says Ewe Alupaida. What? Yeah, you can say, what is it?
I think it's Alupaida.
Isn't it? What?
Alupaida.
I got it. I didn't get it?
Yeah, you did.
I got it now, Lagos, right? Oh, goodness. 12 alligator peppers and then native blue alum. 12 alligator peppers, Ewe Alupaida. And don't look at me. Native blue alum. So you cut a finger size, like a cube of the native alum. Grind everything, mix it together with water. Then he says you share it in 3 places. What's the necessity of sharing it in 3 places? Is it jazz? Must we share it in 3 places? He says, well, cut a finger size, like a cube of the native alum. Grind everything, mix with small water. Why? Mold it, Make sure you use this before your menstrual circle. Insert one of 8. Son of man, what do you mean? Insert one of 8 each day. Could you simplify this for us? I don't know what you're implying here. But basically, I guess, like the capsule size, he says you insert and you live it for 24 hours, do it for 3 days, basically that. I'm not sure what he means by that. And then yesterday he did say ewe odundu with onion. You chew that, you take like a leaf or two, you chew with onion once a day, stay away from sugary drinks like energy drinks, caffeinated drinks, coffee, what else? And take black tea. Black tea is what he recommends. All right. So I guess many of you have like your grandmother's recipe, grandfather's recipes. So the recipes I have just shared, well, the latter one was just for the, what's it called? The latter one, ewe odudu, with onion is for blood pressure. But the blue alum, 12 alligator peppers, ewe alupaida, you grind, you maybe not, you just cube it up a little bit, and then you insert. That's for fibroid, and then the other one you drink is Itagiri Pandoro and Negro pepper. All right, good luck, stay healthy. And you heard that there's a new pox in town, Mpox. Well, from the break, you must have heard it. It's the World Health Organization saying that there's a new pox in town. Brace up, sons of men. I'm sure you don't know what's coming, but something is coming. In the meantime, off on a very short musical break. When we come back, Confessions on Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome. I'm told that Hessa actually does play his heart. He doesn't quite perform music as much as he performs his soul. Adagio, that's the piece you just heard. And yes, welcome to Confessions. So the zing's in the air. And peace to all men, welcome. All right, yeah. I mean, it's my prayer to you. But then, of course, the confessions must happen. The confessions come in because life's happening at the same time. So when you call in on Confessions Thursday, you don't say your name. You don't say your name. It's not necessary. Only the story, only the tale, only the secret which you want to share. My name's Joyce. And be anonymous and be at liberty. Feel free to share the tragic... Well, I hope it's not so tragic, but sometimes it can be. Sad, regretful, the dark, the past, the present, and sometimes it's even the confusion or the fear of the future. On Confessions, just don't say your name. And everything is entertained. Now, if you're a listener, I guess you would hear something you may assume to be critical, something that may tempt you a little bit to be critical. You're not allowed to judge anyone because of what they've said. Try. Withhold judgment and all is well. So welcome once again. The number 02, can I have that, honey? Thank you. 0201 2770993. That's for the male. The female 0201 465 7190. That's for the females. And the WhatsApp's already busy with confessions, but I'll just give the numbers anyway. The number 08095975805. The number's for WhatsApp. So remember, you don't say your name. It's not necessary. It's Confessions, ladies and gentlemen, and we begin today's edition of Confessions Thursday. Today we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. There's a lady here who, let's see, you have an asthma condition, okay? But since I got married, activities became more with childbearing and raising children. Oh, wow. So it's a very lengthy confession. I'm going to just try to get to the crux of the matter. Before I got married, my mom helped me with so many things which could be stressful or could trigger, so I didn't feel stressed. But since I got married, activities became more with childbearing and raising children. Sometimes this year, I was so worried that the ailment isn't subsiding despite avoidance of triggers to a large extent. So I decided to talk to my siblings about it. They booked me an appointment in a hospital and insisted I just have to see a doctor. That it may not be asthma that I'm battling. With financial support, since I could not do so much work again because of stress. On getting to the hospital after critical checking, diverse tests or lab tests, you say chest x-rays, sputum test, chest CT scans. Eventually it was diagnosed that I had TB, tuberculosis. Is that what this is? Yeah. Okay. But my airwaves could also be hyperactive as asthma, hyperactive to asthma, but TB is the main problem according to the doctor. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not a doctor and I have zero idea, except you want me to go read about it. But I also think you should read about it. I think it's necessary. There's scientific documents about ailments. And I want you to read about things. So let me even give you a very interesting, I don't know how interesting it is, but since it's Confessions Thursday, let me be the first one to go. Okay, maybe the second one, because I just read a confession. So my mom passed, and a few days after my mom passed, I noticed that I had a pain in my hip. In fact, the first and second time in that year my mom passed, the pain was so bad I couldn't move. I had a pain in my hip. I didn't fall, no accidents, nothing. The pain was so bad I couldn't walk. In fact, one of the days I moved from the living room to the bathroom. And thank God I had my phone with me. I couldn't move back from the bathroom to the living room. I had to call the doctor who came to carry me from the bathroom to the living room. The doctor left wherever he was to come carry me because I couldn't walk. And then I've been to the hospital and they've done tests and said they found nothing. Done x-rays, done this. I did bone something. So they kind of concluded some muscle thing. I honestly feel it's a muscle. And the interesting thing about this pain is that it goes from one leg to the other. So the hip, this left hip's hurting and I'm limping. And then the pain goes to the right hip. And so usually give or take, it's seasonal. It comes and it goes. But the first time I experienced it that year and the second year must have been the craziest. I remember one time I was driving to the clinic for an x-ray. And one of those days I didn't have, anybody with me. So I just drove myself because I was tired of not having a name for it. So I called up a doctor and he was like, okay, so why don't you just go for x-ray? And so I drove myself there and I was limping through the premises. And so when it was my turn to climb on the MRI scan machine, I couldn't lift my leg. And just the effort to lift my leg from off the ground to that table, you needed to hear me scream. Okay. Up till now, they still haven't given me a name for it. Then I got reading about it. Apparently, now you see I may not be right, but I found something that perfectly describes what it is I'm feeling or, have been feeling that period, which tends to come and go even up till now. Sciatica. I think that's the word? Yeah. Sciatica. Pain, weakness, numbness, tingling in the leg. Now mine is in the hip. And then it has a way of also affecting your legs. And then I'm reading about it. The hospital officially hasn't given me a name, but I found something. And then what I found is talking about exercises and cures and treatments. And I'm really just trying to pay attention to find out what I can do for myself. What are the, exercise remedies? What are the herbal remedies, if any? And sometimes it may even just be how you even manage your own body. All of that I'm doing independent of a doctor. So that by the time they subscribe me something, and you know what? Now I'm also reading about medications and side effects. So I know the one I'm taking and the one I swear to God I'm not taking. So move around a little bit. I don't know whether the tuberculosis bacteria is resistant, because I was reading a WHO report and they say, at least in America, that tuberculosis has been shown to be antibiotic resistant. So I don't know if yours is one of those. But then you heard a lot of callers yesterday speak about many things you can do, particularly changing not just your triggers, but altering your diet completely. Like stop eating junk and processed food. Eat mainly. By the way, did you know that doctor, the pharmacist that comes on the sunny side, used to be an asthma patient? He told me his story, how he used to be asthmatic, and he changed his diet and it changed his life. Okay, so I'm just asking you to do some research, okay? You ask me to help you, that's one way I can help you, is that you have to read about it. Look at what the science says. Look at what documents say. I will have the doctor back at some point in the future, not too long from now, and I'll have him speak on asthma. You're not the only person dealing with asthma. I even used to have a colleague who we worked together who had an asthma issue. I think you also have, so the pretty lady in the studio also have asthma as well. I guess, would you want a remedy? Huh? Oh, okay. So this pretty girl too also has asthma. I'm guessing she also wants a remedy. Have you read about it?
Yeah.
You haven't read about it?
No, we tried. Ever since you said I should, we've been taking all sorts. There's been one thing after the other, but I guess I'll keep trying.
I mean, you're not dead yet, so maybe something is working somewhere.
Well,
But I also think when you're young, and I don't know whether you know what it is you're reading. Do you understand it?
so at first all I was getting was, oh, this works, this works, this works. Then I looked up online and I'm seeing that it's actually a combination of things. Then there's part of exercise. There's this, there's that, just to help. So
And you're lazy.
I'm supposed to start cardio next week.
Oh, okay. So it's like, the Igbos, there's a parable I wish I could say properly in Igbo. So don't laugh at me if you're Igbo though. Something like, Hana no ofuebene kirimau, something like that. So I'm just going to paraphrase because I know I didn't get it right. So you don't stay at a spot to chase or trail the masquerade. If you're going to trail a masquerade, you're going to have to be, a number of places. So let's assume you want to heal your body. You need information, and it may not come from just a singular source. Doctor's opinion, yeah, but then again, you should do your own research just so that you know. All right. Then what again do you say in your message? She said I should buy a stronger inhaler. The doctor quit inhaler. Have you quit inhaler?
No.
Okay.
I quit at some point, but I had to pick it up again.
Okay. So you haven't quit. The doctor quit inhaler. He said he changed his diet. And he's vegan. Or vegetarian. I'm not even sure. But one of those people who don't eat meat.
What?
Yeah, that's the doctor. But when next I have him on the show, I'll have him tell his story, how he overcame his asthma. You're talking about your asthma costing 50 grand. You have fears of living a normal life without drugs. Okay, so I get it. I totally get it.
Instead, you have to be on steroids too.
Oh, she has to be on steroids
I
too?
mean, the last time I went to the hospital, that was what I was told.
For your asthma?
Yep. Because it knocked me out. It almost knocked me out of life. Then they knocked life back, and I was like, no, I need steroids.
So have you been taking steroids?
So I was taking it for a period of 3 weeks, and I stopped.
Oh, y'all taking steroids? Oh, wow. Okay. Let the doctor. I'll speak with the doctor, and when next he comes, I'll have him speak on. I'll just screenshot your message so that he can know exactly where your trouble angles are. But fundamentally, it's just asthma, and you have a concern living a life, with a normal life without drugs. I also fear if I start with this inhaler prescribed, I may not be able to meet up buying it again because of financial issues. You're eating vegetables. I've done, not seen any results. Okay. There is no morning, night. I don't have triggers if I don't use drugs. This is really hell. Okay. So I will speak with a doctor and have him, the next time he's here, speak on asthma. Okay. And read about asthma. Read about it. And make some, besides your triggers, what foods do you think can help you? Quit milk. I know you like milk. Quit it. Yeah, because it's not milk, really. It's just milk and other chemicals that you can't quite see with your eyes. I think that's one of the things. What your noodles, quit that. Quit milk, quit. Don't. Oh, you still on that? That's why your nostrils are blocked.
You say noodles now.
Oh, you still been doing that? Oh, welcome to Confessions Thursday. Good. Oh, look at you. Y'all are screwed. Quit processed food. What is processed food if not that?
Ice cream.
Yeah, quit that.
Homemade ice cream.
Quit that. What do you mean homemade ice cream? You're looking for an excuse to indulge. 99.3 Nigeria. 99.3 Nigeria info. Look, you can just do it gradually. But if you take your health seriously enough, quit anything processed. If it's quick, it's probably not even... In fact, if it's quick, it's not good. Yeah, if it's quick, it's not good. I know gas is expensive and you can't cook black beans or brown rice for that long. So you want the one that's quick. Yeah, stripped. It's been stripped of nutrients. I know. I like white rice too. No, I don't like white rice actually. But I know that you like it. All right. We're going to go for the break. When we come back, Confessions Thursday is on and we'll continue. Be of good cheer. The worst may not happen. Amen. We'll be right back.
Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info.
Subscribe daily to Nigeria Info, and you'll be so glad you did.
Whose dad is the police officer who's cocking his gun?
The first ever small fair in Nigeria is here. Happening on the 17th of August at the Peace Steed Conference Center, opposite Nikon Town, Lekki, Lagos, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. At the Small Fair 2024, you can access 500k plus products and do small installment payments. Ooh. As a business owner, not only do you get to showcase your unique products and services, but you also have an excellent chance to attract new customers and increase your profits. And guess what? Attendance is free. For registration, exhibition, and sponsorship, visit www.smallfair.com or call 0916-767-2191. When your needs seem far-fetched, remember, you can do small. This fair is proudly organized by Small and sponsored by Interswitch, Binkra, Cora, Quidax, and Paga.
Day 4 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions will pit fan favorites against one another. At 4 o'clock, Handsome Emerald and Ogunaye Ayomide will face off on the topic, should career choices be driven by personal interests or job market demands? At 5 o'clock, Bedford Friday Fortune and Oluwalade Demilade will go head-to-head on the topic. Is the creation of a livestock ministry by the Nigerian government a necessary step for agricultural development and food security? So far, judges have picked 3 wildcards and have 1 more slot to give. Who will get it? Well, I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi Obang-Daniels and me to find out on Thursday. Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. 16 debaters, now 13. 1 winner, 2 million naira. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number 1 station for talk. Let's talk.
Subscribe daily to Nigeria Info, and you'll be so glad you did.
Whose dad is the police officer who's cocking his gun to shoot at me because I don't have 200 naira to give him?
Europe is concerned about Taiwan because America is concerned about Taiwan.
You can't say you don't like trouble. Well, trouble has come, so what are you going to do? Negotiate?
It's all day long, 24/7, on your number 1 station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. Here on Info, they call us on time.
Because we bring it right on time.
Anybody that wants to remove something to set about build and repair our environment.
You don't have to be an ordinary man or a governor to be whipped into line.
There is no justification for madness. It is madness for a reason.
We'll serve it all here. Be the real that recognizes real.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number 1 station for talk.
We go hard and in depth.
The real discourse and commentaries right here
on Nigeria Info.
This is a clear situation of Konima die, Konima burial.
What kind of marriage is that?
You are calling it marriage. Is that like now what?
Isn't there a tradition like when you're pissed you can walk away? You don't have that tradition?
The radio at its finest.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info,
your number 1 station for talk. It's not just the news or information.
It is more than you ask for.
What we ask is when you got to say this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out. You have a situation where people say it's normal that if your husband doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
Where madness seems to be normalized, you will become mad.
And more of the rush you just can't stop.
It's the station for more talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Benny can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way.
You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you heard before that monkey swallowed billions of naira. This one now, scorpion will soon swallow billions.
Then my landlord gave me notice because I decided to go and vote my opponent.
Is it Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it?
To the home of great talk and exciting conversations.
Many times, I think the word submission used in the context of marriage is very ambiguous.
When you eat granite too much, you will get eye problems. Or when you drink garri too much, you get eye problems. It is true. Just like you said, these are myths.
He said, women, speak life into your husbands, even when he's not acting right. And I almost threw my phone at him.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 1 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to the news update this hour. Nigeria Info's I beg to differ. Tournament of Champions is now on its fourth day. For today, Handsome Emerald and Oguneye Ayomide will face off on the topic. Should career choices be driven by personal interests or job market demands? And at 5 p.m., Bedford Friday Fortune and Oluwalade Demilade will debate the topic. Is the creation of a livestock ministry by the Nigerian government a necessary step for agricultural development and food security? Judges have one more wildcard slot to give. On Wednesday, 3 more contestants qualified for the next round of Nigeria Info's I beg to differ debate competition tagged the Tournament of Champions. They are Mina Nengiofori David, Mercy Ajikigbe, and Delight OK George. Moving on, President Bola Tinubu has called on African leaders to prioritize peace, unity, and democracy to ensure the continent's progress and development. President Tinubu made the call while speaking at a dinner organized in his honor in Malabo by President Teodoro Mbasogo of Equatorial Guinea. The Nigerian leader stressed that Africa must reject external influence in solving its own problems, conflict and instability. While 22 additional state-owned tertiary institutions have been cleared to access the federal government's loan scheme for students, the National Education Loan Fund made this known in a statement. In a post on its official X handle on Wednesday, it said previously 86 state-owned institutions had been given access, thereby bringing the total number to 108. And the government of Finland says it is acting against pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa over his secession activities with the indigenous people of Biafra in the southeast of Nigeria. Finland's Minister for Foreign Affairs, Elina Voltonen, confirmed this during a press conference as she addressed alongside her Nordic counterparts in Abuja. She says the case is now before Finnish courts. Simon Ekpa has been a strong proponent of sit-at-home directives in the southeastern states, despite the mainstream leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, suspending the exercise. And that's the news update this hour. I am Ivana Haifu. You are listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Stick around.
It's not just the news or information.
It is more than you ask for.
What we ask is when you got to say this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out. You have a situation where people say it's normal that if your husband doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
Where madness seems to be normalized, you will become mad.
And more of the rush you just can't stop.
It's the station for more talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side is Confessions Thursday. So there's a message here. Joyce, please, I'm married for some years now. Then I found out that my wife does not like sex. Then I start having issue with her. Right now, I have a girlfriend, which is not supposed to be. So what I will do right now, she's not ready to change. Thank you very much for your message, by the way. So I like that you say it's not supposed to be. But you can't ask me what you should do if you already know it's not supposed to be. Just by the sheer knowing or the knowledge that you know it's not supposed to be, then you do what is supposed to be. I guess one would be have a conversation with your wife, have her see a therapist, and establish what the issues are and find out how you can fix the problem. In the event that you have done everything that you can do, you've seen a doctor, you've gotten professionals to speak to her, and she's really just not a sex person, then ask her if she likes the idea of a separation or a divorce, or if she would like for you to be, joined to someone else, or have a girlfriend or have a concubine. Open up and let her know what you're thinking and have her respond or react to it. That would be another way to go about it. But I like the fact that you know it's not supposed to be. I guess then you should at least aim for what is supposed to by your own conscience and by your own judgment. And then try, because it may also be that you're not even paying your wife emotional attention and she's logged out. We don't know. I mean, I may be wrong. But the only way you can know is speak to her, have her see a therapist or have her see a doctor, understand what her issues are, and attempt to fix them. Yeah, good, because you already know that what you're doing is wrong, so there's no point talking about that any further. If you really want to change, well, that's an idea. Thank you very much. 0201-46... Oh, pardon me. 0201-2770-993 and 0201-465-7190. The latter is for the women. And WhatsApp 08095975805. It's Confessions Thursday on Nigeria Info. All right, so there's a message here, I guess, for the woman with TB. For the woman who said she was told to have TB, in addition to reading about the disease, she can go to any public health care facility. TB treatment is free. She would go through a 6-month course. 6 months of antibiotics? And I believe she would be better. 6 months of antibiotics. Isn't that too much? Well, first of all, look, thank you very much for your message. I really do appreciate it. Wow. Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. And that's also why it's necessary for you to read about it. I personally, off the jump, I think 6 months of antibiotics is crazy. But then again, America is already reporting that they have TB resistant to antibiotics. So look, read about it. Figure out whether there are natural remedies that can save you. I want to believe that there has to be. In the absence of you not having time to read about it, here is an offer that you go to a public health facility near you, wherever you live. This writer says TB treatment is free. You'll just go through a 6-month course of antibiotics. And I want to believe that after the 6 months, you'd be better. So you're either going to put in some effort reading about this issue that you have going on, or you just go to those who have already attempted to solve your problem for you and try a 6 months therapy of antibiotics, and maybe you'll just be better. And I really wish you well. Thank you. Okay, someone has sent in a message that he or she is on a 6-month regimen already. So I guess this is indeed something that's working for a lot of people. What? I went to treat my TB for 9 months treatment and I was okay. So thanks to everybody who's confirming that, 1, TB is free. 2, depending on you, how serious your health issue may be, it may take between 6 to 9 months. So I guess you have to even see a doctor in that regard. All right. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Okay, information that we think is necessary for you to have in this very moment. You can win money before it's 3 p.m. Let's hear it.
Yep. All right, Lagos, you already heard her. There is money to be won here on Sunnyside, and all you have to do is simply just go to the website www.oneplay.ng. That's the website. Okay, that's where it's happening. 500 naira. Pick your station, Nigeria Info, and that's it. Your ticket is in the draw. Okay, it's www.1play.ng. That's the website. That's where you play. Start playing, because once the draw is done, there's gonna be a winner. One lucky person, 20,000 naira. Who doesn't need that now? The way everything is looking, is one small 20,000 naira in your account won't to make a difference. In the market at least. Okay, and if you don't have a smartphone, you can just dial the code *347*880*3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and that's it. In a few seconds, you join the winning team. Remember, the more you play, the better your chances of winning every day. Someone has won on the Morning Crossfire. 3 people on WhatsApp Lagos. One lucky person is going to win very soon on the sunny side, and 3 people on the Game On show. And weekend people are not left out as well. Okay, we also have winnings on the Football Frenzy show happening every weekend. And guess what? On Friday, there's also a jackpot of 50,000 naira. Why won't you want to partake in that? Okay, playing during the week automatically just qualifies you for the weekly jackpot, and your chances of winning are still the same whether you choose to play on the website, which is www.oneplay.ng, or you dial the code *347*880*3#. If you are under 18, hey, please, this is not for you. Stop it. Drop the phone. Okay, give it someone older. All right, Lagos, remember to play responsibly. Start playing so you don't carry last too. Don't say I did not do anything good for you. I've told you now. Better start playing. Okay, when we draw, you not say I die no.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
All right, Confessions Thursday, and I had a message sent to me this morning. He says, Joyce, I think you need to talk about this. So there's a lady, and this is her message. I'm engaged to be married in 6 months, but I recently just discovered that the man I'm intended to be married to has been speaking to his ex. At this moment, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if I should continue with this marriage, or if it's necessary for me to call it off now. But then again, I also have some fears, which is that I fear that if I don't take this opportunity, I may lose out of finding someone who loves me in the future. And then the person at the end wrote copied. So I guess this is not the poster's story. This is someone else's story that they're sending forward to me. A young lady who is to be married in 6 months, that's sometime next year. Yeah. And just discovers that her current to-be husband is contact with his ex. Two ways to look at it. Well, it doesn't even matter what they're talking about. But usually once people start talking to their exes, there is, this assumption that it has to be something serious. Yeah? Okay. But I think the worst thing here is her own fears. The fears that suggest the only reason she's here is because she's afraid of her tomorrow. First of all, if this person doesn't give you any kind of security, you don't have a marriage that will work. You don't have a person with whom you can build anything with. And it's even worse that you're afraid. It's worse because certainly they have proven to you that there's something to be afraid of, and that has eventually made you afraid. And in my opinion, there's only one way, and it's out. You and that fear need to go out. You would do better with that fear than you would do with this person. That's my opinion, and except the public thinks differently, it's Confessions Thursday. Okay, so this message is practically a textbook. Do me a favor. You need to shrink your messages just so that we can run through them quickly, all right? Please, for time and to accommodate as many opinions as possible. Before I start, I need to Google twin flame and soulmate, angel numbers and synchronicity. Okay, why is this gist of my confession? I joined a relationship group My intention wasn't to find a girlfriend or a wife. It was solely for fun. While I was there, I met a lady. Her intention also wasn't to find a boyfriend. We both started chatting privately and getting to know each other. While chatting, a huge force of attraction pulled us together from nowhere. We couldn't explain what it was or where it was coming from. All we know was we felt good, happy, overjoyed, shocked, marveled at the unexpected phenomenon that just happened to us. After trying to ascertain what was going on, we came to a conclusion that this could be God's doing, like it be we. Okay. Well, you came to a conclusion that both of you could be twin flames or soulmates. All these happens virtually and mine apart from each what? Miles, I think you meant. You're right, terribly. All these happens virtually and miles apart from each other. We haven't seen each other physically before. As we continue our communication virtually, I noticed we synced. In sync? You were in sync? Okay. For example, we both are thinking the same things, the same emotions. We both would finish our sentences at the same time, or I finish her sentence or she finishes mine. It doesn't stop there. We eat the same food, go to work at the same time, return at the same time. How do I know this? I call her and tell her, yo, you want to pick up at this point? Why would you write like that? Can you see it? Okay, finish it, please.
Oh, God have mercy. All right, so let's pick up from 44. Jesus.
What's 44? It's still long, right?
Okay. God's doing. We eat the same food, go to work at the same time, return. How do I know this? Each time I call her, I tell her I'm just entering the house. She says the same thing. We're both shocked about this mystery. Don't know if what we're both experiencing is synchronization. Now the biggest shock of my life was on April 2024. I experienced the number 44 was always appearing each time I want to check time on my phone. I didn't know what it was. I'm getting intense. Oh God. I still was getting intense on the last week of April till around the third week of May 2024. Yes, you write terribly. Before this shock, I do check my phone but wouldn't stumble on the number 44. Okay, so I think what he's trying to say here was between April till
this
May,
year.
till May third week. He had been seeing the number 44 on his phone.
So he says, I started from 444, moved to 544, 644, 944, 344, 344, 744. Okay.
Yeah. And while these numbers were appearing, I was facing some life challenges, such as the lady I met on WhatsApp wants to break up with me because she is not into virtual communications but wants to see me physically. I've promised her several times that I will come and see her, but failed several times, all because I had some financial challenges. 2, I had issues with my father. 3, I lost money in an investment that went sour and almost wrecked my business. 4, a customer who patronizes my business arrested me for stealing. Ooh. All these challenges were happening simultaneously while I was seeing the number 44 each time I want to check my phone. Now, I prayed to God about the number 44 and what it means. I didn't get an answer. I googled number 44 and found out it's called angel numbers. Okay, it's called angel numbers.
Hurry up.
I tried to use the explanation of what I have read to relate it to my challenges, but didn't know how and where to begin. Long story cut short, really, I was given a loan to put into my business by my family. I was bailed out by the police station. My issues with my father died down. My issues with the lady I met on WhatsApp was not as intense as before. I stopped seeing the number 44 around the third week of May. Joyce, I'm shocked at this whole experience. Don't know what to make out of this mystery.
I don't know. I personally also don't know what to make of it. I'm glad you're alive. I hope you see other numbers. I mean, like, there are a gazillion numbers in the world. I have absolutely no idea. And if it's angel numbers, the only thing I can quickly relate that to will be the fallen angels. Because which other angels could they be talking about?
I don't know.
Is his heavenly
Gabriel's
host?
number.
It's not Gabriel. Thank you. It's not. Which angels? Yeah. So I can't make anything out of this. I don't read palms. I don't look to. I mean, I read astrology, but I don't look at it for direction or interpretation. Or I mean, I could look at it for world issues, but beyond that, I think these are signs that we're just supposed to understand to fully comprehend the way the world works. Besides that, I'm so sorry that there's really nothing I know about this, and as such, I can't say anything in that regard. But you've been out of prison, you've settled your scores with your dad, and...
The woman on WhatsApp seems to be...
Find another woman, honey, please. Yeah, maybe you see 55 this time. Thank you. Okay, so there's another message here. Joyce, recently I denied my husband sex and I don't like it. My husband loves me so much that he doesn't fancy women outside. I don't like denying him, but recently I developed the habit. Please, what do I do? I don't know what you should do. I don't know what am I supposed to say? You deny your husband sex. Wait, and then in the same breath, you say he doesn't fancy women outside. And you also say, I don't like doing it, but I developed a habit. What are you saying? You're not necessarily saying anything in any direction. You're doing something. You know you shouldn't be doing it. So why are you doing it? Yeah. So I can't say anything in that regard because it's not a problem. It's not properly articulated. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you want me to say because personally I have nothing to say. If you know you shouldn't be doing something, then don't do it. Right? Okay. Someone says the guy who's seen numbers should go play the lottery with the numbers. Maybe he, I don't know, may win money. I guess. All right. If you believe in that. 99.3 Nigeria info, the sunny side. I have a message here. Hello, Joyce. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly go here. How are you? Sorry, I lost your maker back. Good afternoon to you. Hello. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, let me quickly read this one. It goes, hello, Joyce. Hi, how are you doing? I'm a young man who doesn't want to be married. And sometimes I feel people judge me whenever I jokingly throw it out there. I don't know why, but what do you think about this? Must everyone be married? I personally do not want to be married. I do not know why I feel this way, but I know I feel this way. I don't hate women. I just also think it may be because of the responsibility of being married. But then again, I think it's better to stay out than to go in and fail. All right. So if any man out there with an opinion as to this young man struggling with the idea or concept, well, first, he's not struggling with the concept. He says he is persuaded that he doesn't want to be married. But then again, upon further ponderance, he thinks it may be because he doesn't want to fail, or maybe he's enjoying his liberty, and so it's a lot better for him to stay out than to go in. So if you have any advice for this gentleman, you have a minute on the clock to maybe encourage him, or full-fledged, you go and you support this notion of don't be married, there's no gain. Well, if you think that way. Hello, 99.3 Nigeria info, the sunny side. I have a confession. Joyce, I don't have a confession. This is more like a question. What does marriage today mean? It seems as though people marry for the wrong reasons. Can we discuss this sometime on the show? Maybe, I guess we can. Except I'm not sure what angle you're coming from. What do you mean, what does marriage mean? I guess anybody who hears the word marriage would fully understand what it means. What's your confusion? Or what is your fear? There's a gentleman, just before your message I read, says he has decided not to be married. He wants to know my opinion and if something is wrong with that. Well, I want the public to speak on that because I guess I mean, my opinion is my opinion, but maybe the world has a way of looking at things that could differ from mine, and that's why I'm making it something that the public may want to or be interested in speaking on. This message goes, Joyce, I haven't spoken to my father in 15 years. We have a very cold relationship, and we don't bother checking up on each other. I think it's also because of the way he raised us. Do you think there's a problem with that? Oh, Lagos, by the way, it's 25 minutes past 1 p.m. on the clock. I'm going to quickly go for the break. When we come back, Confessions Thursday, it is on Nigeria Info.
Wishlist for so long without having to worry about upfront cash payments. Are you a business looking for maximum market exposure to grow your cash customer base? The first ever small fair in Nigeria is here. Happening on the 17th of August at the Peace Conference Center, opposite Nikon Town, Lekki, Lagos. From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. At the Small Fair 2024, you can access 500k plus products and do small installment payments. Ooh. As a business owner, not only do you get to showcase your unique products and services, but you also have an excellent chance to attract new customers and increase your profits. And guess what? Attendance is free. For registration, exhibition, and sponsorship, visit www.smallfair.com or call 0916-767-2191. When your needs seem far-fetched, remember, you can do small. This fair is proudly organized by Small and sponsored by Interswitch, Fincra, Cora, Quidax, and Paga.
Day 4 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions will pit fan favorites against one another. At 4 o'clock, Handsome Emerald and Ogunaye Ayomide will face off on the topic, should career choices be driven by personal interests or job market demands? At 5 o'clock, Bedford Friday Fortune and Oluwalade Demilade will go head-to-head on the topic. Is the creation of a livestock ministry by the Nigerian government a necessary step for agricultural development and food security? So far, judges have picked 3 wildcards and have 1 more slot to give. Who will get it? Well, I am Yvonne Ochaifo. Join Femi Obang-Daniels and me to find out on Thursday. Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. 16 debaters, now 13. 1 winner, 2 million naira. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce. Nigeria Info.
Oh, so this one just came in from... You are going to love this one. Hold on a second. All right, I'm at it. Hello, 99.3 Nigeria Info is Confessions Thursday. So there's a very interesting message here. Interesting because this one is coming from a male, and that's all you need to know about this. All right. Now I have... Okay, let's take it one at a time, okay? So there's a message here. He says, hey, Joyce, I'm a 45-year-old male. I've never been married. I'm trying to get into marriage right now, but I find women of these days, I don't know, it's just not clicking between me and them. I've really tried. Okay, so here there is a almost 60-year-old woman that I have a cordial relationship with. I've done a few businesses with her in the past. She's actually, her husband is late. Yeah, she's single, but she's youthful. Even though she's almost 60, I think she once mentioned that she could be about 55 or 56. This was sometime last year. So let's assume last year she told you she was 55, and this year she'll be 56. You are 45. Okay. You say, hey, Joyce, so, I have done business with her in the past, and she had mentioned, okay, her age last year. Okay, we read that. And then you say, so here is the thing. She really kind of likes me. She's very polite and is not necessarily pushing in on me. She's not pushing onto me. But in my heart, I really feel like she really wants something to do with me. Is it okay if I ask her out on a date? Guy, I don't know. Yo, wait. Okay, hold on. I mean, so the problem with the initial picture is he's 45, she's maybe 56 or something like that. Her husband is late. There's nothing wrong with that. Or is there some Lagos? Please get in here. He's 45, never been married. Young girls are stressing him, or maybe he's not even treating them nice. God alone knows. But there's a woman who's, say, 56 at this point. Her husband is late, and he's considering a relationship. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, she's 60. Okay. He just sent an update, says she's 60. Okay, she's 60, he's 45. And he doesn't know how culture... So basically, his own concern is, I kind of bother how culture would react to this. My parents, friends. Please don't say my name. Okay. Confessions. A gentleman 45 has some attraction for a woman who's who's 60. And wants to know whether this is something he should go on with. Evidently, he doesn't have the courage for it. But maybe if you guys ginger him, he may decide to, I don't know, push in. So what do you think? He's 45, she's 60. He's single, she's been married before. But given their relationship, according to him, he senses that there's something possible within them and wants to know what you have to say about that. Should he go on or should he find his mate? I don't know what you think. Let's hear you. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon.
It's Confessions Thursday. What's your confession?
Yeah, my concern in regards to this set topic is I want to advise the young man that the woman in question is not suitable for him based on this reason. One, when the woman is turning to 70 or 75 years, at that time, the woman cannot withstand his sexual activeness.
But he'll be 50 then.
Yeah, but the woman cannot withstand him sexually. And her face, her stature is going to decline beyond his imagination. And then you begin to eye all these younger ladies that are outside. And it became a problem to the marriage. So I will advise him he should not go into that. If not, if he goes into that, he's exposing himself to risk because by now, it may not be a problem.
Okay.
But in 10 to 15 years to come, it's going to be a problem to him. He's going to regret his action. That is why you see some people today, the woman is an old woman, and you see the man is young, and they'll tell you that it's her husband. And the man doesn't have any joy having sex with the woman again. She's not attracted to him again. So I will advise him, please, he should decline that.
Okay, thank you. But that's not the only way to look at it. If there's a woman looking old today and her husband is looking a little younger, it's because the man is stressing her. There's no other reason for that.
There are younger men that prefer older women.
But if there's an older woman today and her husband is younger than her or looks more refreshed than she is, the man has taken all her blood. That's why. Yeah, because if you meet men who love women, if you see their wives, you envy the wives.
Sure.
You really, really envy the love and all that the husband pours into her. So that situation of where the woman is aging and the guy is drinking her blood. That's what's happening. Confessions Thursday.
Joyce, good afternoon.
Welcome. It's Confessions. Do you have a confession?
No, I just want to advise the 45-year-old man.
Quick.
Please, my brother, I know you're listening to me. Please follow your heart.
Oh.
Don't let anybody distract you. Follow your heart. As I'm talking, that's why I don't want to mention my name.
Sure, don't say your name.
I am 31 years old. But the girl I'm dating is 38. And nobody can make me happy. I will make myself happy by going for what I want. Age is just a number. Go for what you want. If that's what is going to make you happy, go for her. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you see the strength in that voice. I mean, he's in a similar situation. I mean, it's not so much of a gap.
Yeah, 8 years.
But look, 10, 15 years from now, he's what? 60. He's 60. He should pick a passion by 60 and commit to humanitarian causes. What else is he doing in the streets? Why should he be in the streets chasing? That would be such an unfulfilled life. Well, that's just a random opinion. Hello, welcome. It's Confessions Thursday.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you. What's your confession?
Yeah, I just want to advise the young man there.
Okay.
I'm hearing some people are saying it's good for him if it's making happy. We are looking at the difference of age and the gap. So why somebody of 45 and go for 60 somebody?
If it was a woman who was 45 and the guy was 60.
Even if I didn't think the gap is 5 years, no problem. But as a woman and you are giving your husband a gap of 15 years, it is very, very somehow.
If it was a girl who was 40 or a lady who was 45 and the man was 60.
I didn't think if it is the man that is 60 and the girl 45, it's okay.
Can you imagine? Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine what you call okay for one sex and not okay for the other sex? It's Confessions Thursday. And honestly, I love what this particular story reveals in our logicality. Welcome to Nigeria Info. You're going to have to read this one for me. I've opened a new one for you. So look through this one. You're going to read it in a moment. Confessions Thursday. Nigeria Info. How are you? Just go through it. Welcome.
That's me, Joyce.
Welcome. What's your confession?
My name is Samuel from Laja.
You have 1 minute.
When you said something, you said imagine. What's there to imagine when the guy is 60 and the lady is 45? I think it's fair because sometimes one needs to consider the age and the future. Of course, see, let me tell you, it has nothing to do with sex because it only takes an abnormal person to consider sex in marriage. Of course, sex is good, of course, but it shouldn't be a priority. But when you look at consider it, see, it's our culture, it's Nigerian factor. Let's just face it the way it is.
Hold on a second. Okay, well, are you done? It's a Nigerian factor.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's the African factor, not the Nigerian factor. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. Yeah. Are you guys? Can you hear it? Hold on. Confessions Thursday. Let's hear this one.
Hello, Joyce.
Welcome. It's Confessions Thursday.
This is Malik speaking, Joyce.
Welcome. You have a minute.
Joyce, have you watched the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back?
No.
Look for that movie. It's almost the same thing. 20 and 45 years old woman.
Okay.
Okay, what I would say to him is this, to the person in question. I will ask him to go and tell his mom, if the mom is alive, about this thing he's trying to do. Whatever the mom say, he should follow it. Good afternoon.
Why should he? Why should he?
You already know the answer now.
No. But then again, there's a problem with that. Is it the mom who's going to choose for him? So can you see, you all are looking for all the biases, and I get it. I guess you're looking for ways to justify this. Don't go for a 60-year-old woman.
Because he said he wants to get married, Joyce. That's why we're hearing this. So what if he said he just wants to date this woman?
Yeah.
They will advise him to go. Why? Because it's good for a young guy. If a young guy is dating an elderly, no, there's nothing there. It's probably a gigolo or something. But he wants to get married to this person. He's 45.
Not 25.
We did not say 25, 35, 15. 45.
So one person says it's an African thing. The other one says, well, go tell your mom. What's the mom going to do? Should the moms or the fathers be the ones to choose? And this is just obvious questions. This is obvious questions because many times you think the better arrangement should be the guy be 60, the woman be 45. Well, that necessarily hasn't played out the best. Even those of you who are even much within similar age brackets are miserable in if you found a 15-year-old person to give you a little joy before you die, you would take it. But then again, yeah, it's Confessions. Hello, how are you? It's Confessions Thursday. Have you read it? Okay.
Hello, guys.
It's Confessions. Do you have a confession?
No, I just want to make a quick contribution
Real quick, go ahead.
Guy that wants to do that. Yeah, they never talk about issue of procreation, whether I would like to have a child or not, or just want to marry for marriage sake.
Well, evidently, if she's 60 and he's 45, I want to believe he's smart enough to know that this is not a matter of kids.
Yeah, because the woman he wants to marry is 55 or 60. She probably must have entered menopause.
He knows that.
Oh, so you need to consider that. And secondly, just like the other caller said, to avoid in future looking outside. I think you have to think about that because the older a person gets, or a woman gets rather, well, men tend to look outside. So he has to be careful.
That is not a general thing. There are young boys looking outside. There are old men who are not looking outside.
There are young boys
come on,
actively
man.
chasing elderly women. Actively chasing.
Let me tell you the truth. The truth is that most people cheat and they cover it up. So is he ready to cheat on that woman?
He doesn't need to cheat to be fulfilled. If he's found love, he doesn't need to cheat.
Have you seen a good-looking 70-year-old woman, sir?
Thank you very much. Don't worry.
That question is left for him to answer.
All
whether
right.
he was ready to stay with that woman or truth.
I got it. All right. Wow. This is not even me saying he should go ahead. All the reasons you're given is just a signal of fear and what society will say. Of course, society is even saying things now that you're even marrying. But wait, you guys were the ones who, I don't know, you guys were the ones who supported Ned and that pretty girl.
Yeah, Regina.
Yeah, you guys were the ones who supported her, right?
She wasn't 20 yet, was she?
Even if she was 20. Like, how old is that gentleman? Yeah? Good. But today, I don't know, you see that. And then there are even many cases similar to that.
Yeah.
But so what the man or the male ego can accommodate is, the man be old and the woman
so she doesn't want
be young.
She doesn't want the young blood.
So here, that's not even a matter of justice. It's just a matter of advantage, a social advantage. You're like, the man be old, but the woman be young. But that's a very fantastic thing. But if the woman is older and the man is younger, and there's a 15-year gap, then it's just an ego thing.
The one that gets me is when they're saying as she grows older, her body. I'm like,
as he grows older, what happens to? But no. But then again, we're not even going to deny that. But as he grows older, does he become who?
He becomes man.
Who does he become? Messi.
RMD.
RMD is even gray up now. But who does he become? Cristiano Ronaldo. Are they not aging before your eyes? I mean, at best, Ronaldo would probably give you another 5 years of top-notch football. After that, it's a wrap. Maybe even less. Why are you making this old thing or aging thing sound like is for women, is not for men? All right. I have a message here, and she has to read it.
Oh yes, it's a long one, but we're going to breeze through. Hello, Joyce. I never thought I'll be in your DM seeking a relationship advice. My boyfriend of over a year wants to end the relationship because he woke up one morning and just felt like not talking to me. He started one morning, but I chose to not talk to him all through the day. I called, but he ignored my call, so he chose not to talk to her. That's what you meant here. This isn't the first time he's doing something like this. The last time we had a fight, he didn't talk to me for a day because I did something and he didn't know something. I did something I didn't know he doesn't like, and I have a way of getting his attention when I want to. He loves me. I'm very sure of. He's an overthinker, and he analyzes things critically most times, blames me for our fights, which sometimes I try to reason with. I'm here because we went over a week of not talking to each other. I didn't bother calling him the second and third day because I didn't want us to continue that way. So you can't just ghost me for no just cause. The fourth day I became bothered emotionally. I knew something was really wrong. I sent him messages, called, but no response. I finally got his attention by doing something different on the 11th day. He called back and said I was able to go for days not hearing him and felt comfortable. He said he's disappointed, and if tables were turned, he would have gone an extra mile just to know why. I love this guy. The days we didn't talk was hell for me. I hate when I'm being snubbed and when my effort isn't appreciated. The thought of going to his place crossed my mind. My mom wanted to intervene, but I let her. I shared my fears with him before on how he woke up one day and decide to walk away with no tangible reason. On my part, I would say that I need to set the rule here, but I didn't do the extraordinary like he wanted. I wouldn't want that to happen again. I begged him, I've apologized. Really, I'm not okay with what he did. You don't just play with people's emotions. I love him deeply. I do not love. I do not give love easily. He's one person I truly love. He loves me back. And now I'm about losing him. I don't know if my actions were wrong. I just need your help. I want to remain anonymous. We
Sure.
both want to know our wrongs. Kindly advice.
Okay, so there's too much drama. 1, 2, a person doesn't say that they love you and stage a drama. That doesn't happen. And you're talking about a drama that goes on 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days.
11.
And then when you call them, so, I mean, they're not calling you. So eventually when you call them, then they do this, guilt trip type conversation where they flip a psychology. They didn't call you, right? Because maybe they also were trying to be a cast in your movie, and they're doing to you what they think you are doing to them. And eventually you call him and he says, well, if it wasn't me, look, it's dramatic. This is worse than high school. Like, I know the kids in primary school who wouldn't do this thing. Look, you're in a relationship. What do you guys want? You want game, or do you want each other? Establish that. And this issue of I love him, I don't think you guys are there yet. I don't think you're there. In fact, I would say you're not even there. Because if you truly were in love with someone, there is no sea you wouldn't cross to get to them. I mean, you would apologize for things you are not guilty of, just so that you can have them in your space, or so that they're at peace and you can always talk to them whenever you want to. You would admit guilt if it would give them peace, just so that both of you are fine. This is dramatic. The only thing I can say in this regard is, both of you sit down. What do you want? You want a relationship or you want game? Well, maybe you're so young you can play a game. But if you really want a relationship, some things shouldn't be happening. Like, I call you and you don't pick up. And then we can afford to dramatize it for an entire week, only for one person to call the other person and then say something like, hey, you didn't call me. I'm sick of it. Maybe because I'm grown, but that's garbage. Y'all do know you're not doing. When are you going to get there? Like, why are you wasting your time? You're better off playing board game than doing this. Like, go out, play chess, learn chess. You know what? Don't do anything serious. Don't do anything intelligent. Go and pick your nose. Do something. What's this garbage? Sit down. What are we doing? Is this a relationship? Yeah, I don't think except the world loses connection. You stay 2 days, you don't talk to each other. Or something happens, it wasn't deliberate, it wasn't planned, it wasn't drama, you didn't speak to each other. Otherwise, this is just primary school. I don't even know what to say to you now. Well, you say you love him. Okay, good. Because you love him, call him and have laid down rules. What cannot happen in this relationship? I think that's the best I can give to you.
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation. What are we not doing? So we don't like what happened with that drama. So first, no drama. 2, call me if you have to speak to me, and I'll call you when I have to speak to you. And if I'm mad at you, I'm going to tell you. So there is no being mad and getting silent.
No assumptions.
Yeah, so let's communicate. Let's say why we are mad. If we're in the relationship, we're in. If we're out, we're out. Oh, good. These things stress me. Thank you. Give me back the sunny side. Hello, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, George.
Welcome. What's your confession?
I have a confession, and at the same time, I have a little bit of advice.
So where do you want to begin? Get with your confession first. There's no time.
My confession first is on you.
What?
I believe in my lifetime of listening to radio, I think this is the second time I'm talking to you.
Okay.
The first time was at, I think it was 2010.
Oh. Yeah, that's 4 years ago? No, 14 years ago? Oh, okay. Yeah. So what's your confession then?
Yeah, I've been a Ring fan, though.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Secondly is the other guy that wants to marry the other woman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be factual here.
Yeah.
If there is a crazy bank account somewhere, most people would not say he shouldn't marry her. But this is love, and anybody can decide who not to love, just like the other man say. Age is just a number, but it comes to do with the things of the mind and the feelings. So, if he feels better, I wouldn't say there is no way a man wouldn't look outside, or some men wouldn't look outside to see. If the woman couldn't handle his other urges when it comes to that age, there is always a way out of it. That is just what I want to say. He should follow his mind and
thank you.
Do with whatever he wants to do.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Confessions Thursday, you're on the sunny side.
Hello, Joyce.
Well, turn up the volume of your radio set. What's your confession?
Yes, no, I don't have a confession.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to talk on the man that want to intend marrying the 60-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Joyce, first things first. Based on the message, the man said the woman is good to him, is polite, and the man is not forcing himself onto her, but he feels that something can work out. What if the man doesn't feel the same way? Or the woman doesn't feel the same way?
We don't know. He has to try and
exactly.
get back.
No, and two, I don't want it to be a sex thing or gender thing. No. I think if, just like one of the callers said, if it's not about procreation, of course, there's nothing wrong in it, actually. If it's not procreation, because obviously, the person should be mature enough to know that the woman would have got into her menopause. So, yes. So, but if it is all about, game up, and Joyce, I want to say another thing. Let it not be something that you will go into and maybe 2 years later you come back to this station and say, I thought I loved this woman. This is not the woman I know all those things. We have to go about.
My brother, we haven't gotten there. Don't bother about that. This one we're at. Let's talk about that.
No, Joyce, I know.
He knows. He's 45. He's not a 5-year-old boy. That's it. That's
an almost 50.
Joyce, we have a society where we have more grown up than matured. We have more grown up than mature people. He may be 45 but not matured. It's possible.
Yeah, but what if it's not possible? What if he's mature?
If he's mature, then
if he was 50, would you agree?
If you are what?
If the man was 50, would you?
That's the problem people are making it. I don't care about.
So, but basically, he shouldn't marry the woman. He shouldn't marry the woman. That's what you're saying.
No, I don't think she's not married.
Why are you still talking now? What are you still saying?
No. If it's not procreation purposes, why not? It's not wrong. But if you're not considered that, well, you face the consequences when it comes in.
Thank you very much for calling. Look, he's not a child. He knows. Confessions. Make it back. Nigeria Info. Look at how men are panicking now. Just running all over the place. Hello, welcome to the show. It's Confessions Thursday.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon. What's your confession?
No, I just want to share in something.
Hurry up.
I'm assuming I'm that guy's father. This is how we talk to him. I'm for Hata. Be coming back. Come back. If the guy is a real Southeasterner, he should contact the elders first. That boy Anyomaya, the woman no. Except if that boy has kids before, so you just want to relax, go ahead. But if you don't have kids before and you want to marry a 60-year-old woman, probably because of her bag, good for you. But if you are saying love, but walk on over Nigeria, do not conditional. One now for Hata nam. Before, then they use daytime. They look for black goat, not before night. No go to talk say love. Just is doing a program on the radio. Use your head, my brother.
Thank you.
I don't talk finish.
Thank you. Okay, let me read this message. Good afternoon. My name's Wale, 50-year-old, and I'm in a relationship with a 23-year-old lady. Going to 3 years of blossom relationship. You cradle snatcher. You are a 50-year-old man. So you at 47 were dating a 20-year-old. You just snatched her at the verge of sensibility.
Phew. She's gone.
Anyway, I'm going to just leave it at that. Confessions Thursday, Nigeria Info. Wow. Yeah, welcome. Turn off the something. Speak up. What's your confession? No, I'm sorry. It's not clear enough. Turn off the volume of that, and then you speak closer to your mouthpiece. What are you fighting with?
Hello?
Yeah.
Time is going.
Hello, welcome. Okay, so do you have a confession? Hello. All right, make it back then. Well, quite a number of messages. Let's see. I'm just... Hold on. Okay, wow. It's almost time for the messages. And please, you need to give the 45-year-old guy that once a 60-year-old woman, your soap and iron sponge for eyes to be clear. Love can never be unsure. This is Donald. I need to give him my soap and sponge to watch his eyes.
This soap and iron sponge that you're talking about that they were selling that time. Maybe you borrow small soap. What should you do?
No. What? He's not unsure. He just wants to... I think the only uncertainty here is he wants to make a move that he thinks is very bold, and he needs encouragement. I guess that's really what this is. But you guys have a fever already about what you think should or should not happen. We're off on a break. In the meantime, we'll be right back. It's Nigeria Info.
Imagine being able to buy items that have been on your wish list for so long without having to worry about upfront cash payments. Are you a business looking for maximum market exposure to grow your cash customer base? The first ever small fair in Nigeria is here. Happening on the 17th of August at the Peace Steve Conference Center opposite Nikon Town, Lekki, Lagos from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. At the Small Fair 2024, you can access 500k plus products and do small installment payments. Ooh. As a business owner, not only do you get to showcase your unique products and services, but you also have an excellent chance to attract new customers and increase your profits. And guess what? Attendance is free. For registration, exhibition, and sponsorship, visit www.smallfair.com or call 0916-72191. When your needs seem far-fetched, remember, you can do small. This fair is proudly organized by Small and sponsored by Interswitch, Binkra, Cora, Quidax, and Paga.
Day 4 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions will pit fan favorites against one another. At 4 o'clock, Handsome Emerald and Ogunaye Ayomide will face off on the topic, should career choices be driven by personal interests or job market demands? At 5 o'clock, Bedford Friday Fortune and Oluwalade Demilade will go head-to-head on the topic. Is the creation of a livestock ministry by the Nigerian government a necessary step for agricultural development and food security? So far, judges have picked 3 wildcards and have 1 more slot to give. Who will get it? Well, I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi Obang-Daniels and me to find out on Thursday. Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. 16 debaters, now 13. 1 winner, 2 million naira. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
Welcome back to your number 1 talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. So I have 3 minutes here. And these messages are not going to stop. Okay, Nigerian men are liars. If the woman is a white or say a foreigner, but mom and dad or even uncles will be advising the man to, come on, Nana, write your thought out. Okay, so I think I may assume what you're trying to bring forward. You think that Nigerian men, if she was a foreigner, like a rich white woman, you probably would have justified it.
Done the marriage quickly.
Yeah. Emmanuel says Nigerian men are liars. Nigerian men, someone has called you out by your third name, so you are probably Okechukwu Tobosun liar. Off on the break. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, Lagos. So I've got news from you, and this one is from the Peter Rufai Summer Sports Camp Season 8. It's back and it's bigger and better. Okay, so it's a Peter Rufai Summer Camp, and it's happening now at Amuwo Odofin. So are you ready, Lagos? It's been an incredible summer so far, and we're excited to keep the momentum going. Do not miss out on this perfect opportunity for your kids to discover and nurture their innate talents in the game of football. Your preferred summer camp promises to be an unforgettable experience filled with inspiration, excitement, and endless possibilities that will boost your kids and make them stand out from the crowd. So you can register today. Do not sleep on this, okay? Enjoy the drills, skills, and thrills with a true legend of game himself, Dodo Mayana, and other experienced coaches. And guess what? Parents are not left out. Come, let's create beautiful memories together. It's going to be fun at the Peter Rufai Summer Camp, starting on the 19th of August to the 31st of August on Saturday. So it starts Monday 19th of August to the 31st of August on Saturday. It's happening at Darius Tough and City Pride School and Ward of Infestic Side, Lagos. Registration is open to both boys and girls between the ages of 3 and 17. So parents, if your kids are between the ages of 3 to 17, then yes, they are welcome. Boys and girls, so far you love football, this one is for you. Okay, for inquiries. For inquiries and sponsorship, contact us on the numbers 0810-058-0744, 0810-058-0744, or call the number 0806-498-8993, 0806-498-8993, or send them an email at starroofofficial@gmail.com, or WhatsApp them on 0811 230-1652, 0811-230-1652. This was powered by Star Sports Development and supported by Cool FM, Nigeria Info FM, and Wazobia FM. It's the Peter Rufai Summer Sports Camp Season 8, and we want to see you there.
It's 2 o'clock. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99